Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to study the Halosar Trap from the Queen's Pawn opening. So let us quickly get started. Subscribe to the Growing Chess channel and click on the bell icon to get notifications when we upload a new video. White starts with the Queen's Pawn opening here, d4, d5. Now, to get into the Halosar Trap, you need to play the Blackmar-Diemer Gambit, which starts with the second move e4. White sacrifices a central pawn to gain some time and provoke black to waste a few moves by grabbing some material. So d into e4, knight c3, attack on this pawn. Black plays knight f6, defending the e4 point and also getting his king side developed. So white here plays a very interesting move. He breaks a lot of opening principles. He makes a few pawn moves, but he is also provoking his opponent to make them in return. White plays f3 here. Now if black avoids taking this and just focuses on his development, then the problem here is white will take with the pawn and grab a very good center, and knight f3 is coming and white has a good space advantage in the center. White is definitely better here. So black is actually forced to take e into f3. After e into f3, there are a few options you can take with knight, but our Halosar trap that we are studying today starts with the move queen into f3, sacrificing yet another pawn in the center. So black takes queen into d4, bishop e3. So why do we sacrifice pawns in traps? It's a very simple logic, guys. We want to gain time, to gain tempos over opponent's pieces which are repeatedly moving due to grabbing of pawns or grabbing of pieces. Now, while black has wasted a move in taking this pawn on d4, white plays bishop e3, gains one move and again attacks the queen, forcing the queen to move once again, which loses two full moves for black. Black goes for queen b4. Okay, here queen g4 is also possible, after which white plays queen f2, black plays e5, and yes, black has two extra pawns, but black is lacking development. But black is slightly behind in development. And let me tell you guys, this is not a very sound opening for white, but definitely an interesting one. If you like to play for initiative, if you like the way Tal used to play, you should definitely think about playing it. But it's not a sound opening for white for sure. Black can equalize or even gain some advantage in a few lines if black has the knowledge of this trap. So study it carefully. Here, black goes queen b4, putting pressure on the b2 point, and white responds here with long castles, inviting black to skewer the queen and the rook. So black plays bishop g4 here. Now I would want you guys to pause the video here and have a little think. What do you think? How should white continue? White has allowed the skewer, the queen is hanging for now, but white has some initiative. Definitely black's king is still in the center. So what would you do here? You can take a few moments. Okay, knight b5. The point is, black cannot touch this queen because of knight into c7, checkmate. The king is stuck. The king is boxed because of his own pieces. So after knight b5, black has to play knight c6. Another option here is also to go knight bd7, after which queen into b7 is simple actually, because you cannot take this as this is hanging. I would like to ask a question here. After queen into b7, can black play rook b8, guys? You think it's possible attacking the queen? Next move, this is also hanging, and this is not a mate seemingly because d8 square is still available for the king. What do you think? If your answer is no, it's a bad move, then you're right. Rook b8 is a mistake. It's a big blunder. Queen takes b8. Check. The black's only legal move is knight into b8, which opens the d file once again for the rook, cutting off this king and blocking it on e8 square. Knight into c7 is a checkmate. So guys, knight bd7 and queen into b7, white is clearly better. The main defensive idea here is to play knight a6, defending c7 point. but still queen into b7, attacking both these points. Okay, black cannot save both of them at the same time, so black decides to play queen e4, defending the rook and at the same time attacking the bishop on e3. White takes queen into a6, allowing queen into e3 check. Okay, here bishop into d1 is also possible, but this is even worse. After bishop into d1, king into d1, it looks like white's king has come in the center, but the thing is, white has a lot of minor pieces around this king, and black's pieces are still not developed. Only queen and the rook are attacking, but I don't think there is enough fuel to put in the fire for black. After bishop d2, white is threatening knight f3, bishop d3, and all white's pieces will be very active. At the same time, knight into c7 threat is still there. So bishop into d1 is also good for white. So let's look at queen into e3. What happens after queen into e3? If queen into e3, white simply steps inside, king b1. Now he has to defend this mate somehow, so queen c5. Simple development, knight f3. Now the problem here is, it looks like white has not gained much. I mean, black has still an extra pawn. After knight f3, it looks like black is still up a pawn and black is ready to develop and get castled. But it is still a journey of 3 moves, guys. 3 moves is a way too much time for white to exploit in such a position where he has too many pieces active in the game. So if at all black decides and goes for a simple developing move, here there is another finishing tactic. The point is knight into c7 sacrifice. So he has a few options here. If he moves the king, the rook is going to hang simply. White has gained a pawn and a rook is simply winning. And if black takes, there is bishop b5 check. If he goes knight d7, the d7 knight can be taken simply. And if he decides to go here, there is queen a3 check and the king is stuck. You will have to sacrifice the queen, but still it will be a checkmate on the next move. Now you can ask a question here. Why on the 12th move did white decide to go knight f3? Doesn't knight into c7 work straight away? No guys, it does not. Because as of now, this bishop is still covering the d7 square. e6 has not been played. So another question arises here. After knight f3, instead of going e6, can black go e5, keeping this diagonal still open so that knight c7 does not work? Yes. Knight d7 can come. For example, if you go knight c7, this would be a blunder because bishop b5 check and then knight d7 using this bishop. Okay, white still has got some fuel to put in the attack. Knight into e5 is here. Rook h1 is coming. White has definitely some counterplay going on. But there is a better way after e5. Instead of playing knight into c7 sacrifice, white can simply play queen b7, attacking the rook and attacking this point on c7. Threatening knight into c7 on the next move. For example, if rook c8 he tries to defend this, the point is knight into a7. Attack the rook, and now at the same time we are also threatening bishop b5 check. So let's say if he saves the rook, rook d8, there is rook into d8. Bishop into b5 is also winning, by the way, but there is rook into d8, which is much better than that. King into d8 has to be played, and now knight c6. Now if the king goes to d7 or e8, there is simply knight f into e5 with a beautiful attack for white. The bishop is getting developed, this rook is coming, and black's king side is yet to be developed. His whole queen side is empty now. All the pieces are departed. This is a clearly winning position for white. So I hope you have understood the Rider Gambit, or you can also call it as a Blackmar-Diemer Gambit, or especially the Halosar Trap variation. If you have any queries regarding this, please let us know in the comment section and we shall respond and clear them as soon as possible. If you have found this video instructive, do hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to click the bell icon. Also, do not forget to share this video among your network. Thanks a lot guys for watching. See you soon.